So good morning everybody. This is in case you don't know what to do. This is the briefing for the practical number 4, which is called reaction time, or in other places they call it the ruler drop test or stick test. Okay, so this type of reaction test is done, usually for athletes, to make sure that the athletes they are still alert. Okay. So good morning everybody. This experiment will be about using ruler to test your reaction time. So in other places they call it a drop test, ruler drop test. Okay. So this test will be involving dropping a ruler, and then the tested person will be catching that ruler. So the thing is, this is not just about your vision, but also your audio and your touch stimulus. So material that you need will be the 12-inch ruler. If you use a short ruler, 15 cm, that's not really long. You need to get the long ruler, which is like 30 cm, right? Okay. So procedure, the experiment will be broken down into 2 phases. The first time we use 1 ruler, the second time we use 2 rulers. Okay. And part 1, in this phase, you and your partner will test visual, auditory, and tactile reaction using one ruler. Okay. So if you look at this procedure, I think we will not be using the 2 rulers experiment. We just use 1. Okay. Because the one that is using the 2 rulers is about testing whether your dominant or your non-dominant hand is able to catch. So it's not included in this one. Okay. So the next one is the method itself. So first of all, make sure that your testee, okay, you are the tester. The person who is being tested will sit on the table with dominant hand hanging over the edge, right? Like that. That's the edge of the table. The hand will be free. Okay. So first of all is the visual response. So for the visual response, what you need to do, you don't say anything, and you put your ruler just above the index finger, and then you just release. You release that ruler without saying anything. Okay, don't say anything, just release. So mean that the person who is being tested will be using his eyes, okay, to help him catch the ruler. Okay, so do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then you switch places. So now you are the tested, and the tested become the testee. Now we have done with the visual. You do the hearing or the sound stimulus. In that second one, you should be trying. Okay, you should try to catch the ruler with only auditory stimulus, means that you are using sound signals to catch. In this case, you will be blinded with the blindfold or eye shades, or if you have hoodie, just pull the hoodie over the head, right? And then what you need to do is the tester will say go or release or whatever as soon as they release the ruler, so that when you hear the sound, the signal go or catch, you catch. Okay, so do it 3 times. Okay, so be honest, don't just say go but you don't release. Okay, for the last test, have your partner sit at a table wearing eye shades again. Okay, and then in this part, this third part, you don't say anything, and then what you need to do is just tap the person's shoulder or the non-dominant arm as you release the ruler. So you hold the ruler in one hand, and then you just tap somebody's the testee's shoulder, tap and then release. So you don't say anything. So it is based on the tap. The person knows that the ruler has been released, and then he will catch. Right. Okay. So do it like before, 3 times, and then switch places. And also you have to redo. Okay, so now you have 2 subjects, and then what you need to do is fill the table with the reaction time that you have collected. Okay. So at this point, what you have recorded on the ruler is that okay, you release the ruler, and then somebody, the testee, catches it, and then you look at the centimeter or the measurement on the ruler itself. How many cm? 5, 10, maybe 30 because they are too late, maybe like 1 because they are too fast. Okay? So what you need to do is you have to put the measurement into an equation to actually get the actual reaction times. Okay, so you take all of the centimeter measurements and then you convert it into seconds. Okay, so here is how you calculate. You have the t is time of reaction, and then square root of 2y over g0. Y is the distance in centimeters. You catch what is distance? Okay, g0 is the acceleration due to gravity. So gravity reaction is 980 cm per second. Okay, so you cancel the second, then you get the cm. So you get the actual seconds, 1 second of the reaction. So you can calculate by this, but there's a given table right here. Okay, so what you need to do from here is that you just have to fill out the empty blanks, okay, to calculate. Okay, other than that, if you actually have the distance which are have already been calculated here, you can use this. You can use this time. So mean that if you catch the the ruler, and then it says 7 cm, so it is 0.12 seconds. Okay, use that and then put it into this table. So make sure that you have at least 2 subjects, you and the testee. The tester. And then you at least make how many? You make 3 tries, and then 1 average. Okay, same goes with auditory and touch. Okay, so you should compare it with the human average reaction time. Human average reaction time is 0.2 seconds for visual, 0.17 for audio, and 0.15 for touch. Because average conduction speed for between the nerves to the brain and then back will be 20 to 80 meter per second. It takes approximately 1 ms or milliseconds for neurotransmitter to cross the synapse. Okay. So after you have done that, you should take some pictures of you doing it. Okay, picture of the actual ruler using or catching, right? So it's kind of like evidence that you have done the practical. Okay, so next you have to answer these questions. So the first question will be about why do you think touch and audio similar have faster reaction time on average if the audio and touch is faster than visual? Some people the visual is fastest. Do your results match the human averages mentioned above? Okay. The human average is 0.25 for visual, 0.17 for audio, and 0.15 for touch. Would you expect a difference in the average reaction time between a male and a female? What about a more athletic person compared to a more sedentary person? Okay, so which one is it? Is it who is faster and why? So this one you can actually search on it on Google. Okay, there will be some answers. Number 4, as you know, you have dominant versus non-dominant hand. With only 4 trials to have this difference. Will there be any difference between dominant and non-dominant hands? In the original practical, there's actually another test using both hands, but it needs 2 rulers. But instead, you can actually do it yourself using 1 ruler, but you use the other hand. Okay. Then you test whether it's faster or slower than the previous. Okay, and based on that, you should answer this question. Will there be any difference between dominant and non-dominant hands? So in the end, insert pictures of the practical be conducted by you and your partner. So that's all for this briefing. Hope you guys can do the practical without any problems. If you want to do the test, I think it's better if you use the plastic or wooden ruler. For me, I bought a metal ruler, and then when I did it, it's like it's very painful when I grab it. Because it's metal, please be careful, because if you use metal, sometimes it can actually hurt your hand. Wooden is better, and make sure that when you look at the ruler, make sure that you look at it on the correct level so there is no parallax. Okay, so happy doing experiments, and I'll wait for your reports.